Calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious.
I rode that for the first time in like 16 years. There's an Everett.
Memories made to forever last. Looping tracks, the world's a blur. Heartbeats race, it's a wild transfer. Thrill and wonder, here we go. Round and round, let the magic flow. Every twist, every turn, we're alive. Feel the spark, it's the ride of your life. Hands up high, we defy the sky. No limits here, only you and I. Through every drop, through every climb, the thrill is ours, it's our time. Thrill and wonder, here we go. Round and round, let the magic flow. Every twist, every turn, we're alive.
That is one scallop. Did you taste it yet?
Feel the spark, it's the ride of your
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
It'd help if I took myself off mute. I'm coming into this fully knowing that I may have literally just Tom tonight. So thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to kind of get started with a rhythm of having live streams, kind of figure out this whole StreamYard thing on my own and see where we're going with it. I obviously still working and everything right now. So in the middle of all the work and stuff, we've got some exciting things going on. Obviously, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So I've been wrapping presents. I thought I was done, and then I realized that I didn't have name tags on any of the gifts. And I found some really cute ribbon on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So I've basically gone back and redone all of the gifts. Didn't rewrap them, but I've added ribbon and added name tags to them. So they look a little extra fun and exciting. Hitting the hot chocolate for sure tonight. This mug, this is one of the very favorite ones that I have. It was given to me by friends of mine that live down in the Orlando area now. They used to live up in northern Florida, but Benson and Kristen. So big shout out to them. They are housing my hot chocolate tonight. So real quick, just to kind of address everything that's going on in the world of theme park YouTube, just wanted to kind of take a minute and acknowledge that we've lost an amazing person. We lost Adam the Woo very sadly yesterday. There was a lot of traffic going on social media in the mid-afternoon that kind of seemed like it might be a hoax or someone, hacking an account or something. But as the evening went on, it became pretty clear that it actually did happen. So extremely sad. it's been weird for me. I never met him personally, but I have watched him pretty much every single day for well over a decade at this point. My son's going to be 11, and it definitely predates my son. So um, that's a big loss, and it's super sad. So we're having a piping hot, in my case, not caffeinated beverage tonight in honor of Adam. Prayers for his family and close friends. I know so many people were touched by him, but I see Thomas here and Linda. Hi, Linda. Thank you so much for being around. I appreciate you guys so much. This could be just a hilarious thing where I don't know what I'm doing on StreamYard. So who knows? We'll find out. I wanted to show you guys what I pulled together. So I don't know how many people are aware. I was graciously gifted a cruise that we actually leave on the second week of January. Last year around this time, there was a post out on social media asking people what their Christmas wish was that year. And I just said, I was like, after at that point about a year and a half of cancer, I'm like, I really just want to go do something fun with my friend or with my friends, with my family, friends too, they're my friends. And that's all I said, just that would be nice to do something fun with them. Little did I know that I was going to hear back from this individual and be given a nice amount of money to go toward a cruise for us on Princess Cruise Lines. We've never been on a cruise. The closest thing that I've done to that is It's a Small World, maybe Pirates of the Caribbean. That's about as close as I've gotten. So just mind-boggling. We've paid a little bit more so that we can take Everett and then my daughter Julia with us. But it didn't cost us nearly what a full cruise would cost. So it's been a huge blessing. It's giving me something to look forward to, especially this time of year. And I was very excited. We got I printed our luggage tags. What's interesting, so you print them out, they come off of their website. And it still says that they've been tested for durability, like back when you would have actually received real luggage tags from Princess, but you don't. You just print them out. So I bought these handy dandy guys on Amazon, printed them out, put them in here so that they actually are durable. We're driving down, and it's January in Ohio. So there's a very good chance that we'll be dealing with snow and wet at least half of the drive. And I really don't want to have, goopy luggage tags by the time we get there. So I got those together. I was pretty excited about. What else did I want to show you guys? Oh, I got this sweet bag from Eddie Bauer that I'm going to be taking with us. And I want to show you what I have in it right now. This is not what I'm going to be carrying all the time, but this is what I've been working on. So anyone that's been on a cruise before, there are a lot of cruise lines where people hide like rubber ducks and like fun little things around the ship for people to find. So something that I've been doing, because I love to make stuff, I have, I 3D print, I have a laser, a couple lasers. I do all that stuff, but I also like to just sit here and hand make jewelry. So I've been making some fun bracelets, lots and lots of fun bracelets that are all like themed to our cruise. And I'll show you, I put like these little cards in them and I'm sure that's probably backwards, isn't it? It's mirroring me. Anyway, I'll tell you what it says. It says, "You found me, keep or hide, you decide." It's got the bracelet inside of it, which is fun. And then I've got a QR code on there for people to scan, and they can find my YouTube channel because we're going to be doing a lot of videos while we're on the cruise. So there are usually like a Facebook group created for every cruise. So like you look for your cruise ship, the dates that you're going, and then people get in that Facebook group that are going to be on that ship at that time. So I posted, that I've been making those, and there are so many people that are like excited about these silly beaded bracelets. So it makes me happy. I like to give stuff to people, and I like to just put smiles on people's faces. It's my thing. I enjoy it. People have offered to pay for them. I'm not selling them. Not here. I do sell some of this stuff like on Etsy, but so yeah, I have a whole bunch that are like, I got Sky Princess, lots of Sky Princess ones. I've got You Are Loved. I've got ones, we've got to stop in Grand Turk. I made some with that. NASA, all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. And we actually, you guys know, we were at Cedar Point all the time. We were part of a group that did something similar up at Cedar Point. So they were constantly hiding cool things around the park. And as season pass holders, you kind of look for things to do that, it's not riding the same ride every time you go. And that's a lot of what Everett would fill his free time with in the parks, was finding stuff. So he's looking forward to doing that on the cruise too. And obviously helping me hide things for people to find. So we're excited about that. I forgot that I owned this, but I pulled it out the last time we were down in Orlando. So a little over a year ago, we made a stop at one of the Walmarts. I couldn't even tell you which one it is, but they all have like, Disney souvenirs and stuff. But look what I have. It's a ring light with Mickey Mouse. So this, I'll show you. It clips on your phone and like goes over your camera. Well, I'll have to fix that because obviously this iPhone, the 17, that's not going to work with. But yeah, look at my snazzy little ring light. So I don't do a ton of like lit photos on my phone. I don't do a ton of live streaming from my phone, but if I do, this bad boy's going with me in the luggage for the cruise. So pretty excited about it. Oh, it has multiple brightness settings. I thought I was turning it off. I'm just making it brighter. So yeah, very excited about that. I don't know what everyone's plans are for Christmas. We usually host. So I have my parents and brother, they are still in Western Pennsylvania, where I'm from. So they will be coming here from PA. And then I have 4 stepkids. 2 of them are already like out of the house, adults. They come here, and then the 2 that still live at home are obviously already here. And then my son will be here. And then we've got a couple girlfriends, a boyfriend, all the things. So we usually have a pretty full house. We usually have 15 or 16 people. And you can't forget Lilo either. Lilo is always under my desk hanging out. Tom said they are hosting with his brother-in-law and his fiance and your dad. Oh, that's awesome. I know you guys will probably have much nicer weather. We're actually supposed to be like at 50-ish degrees up here on Christmas Day, which is kind of weird. We've had a couple days where we just got dumped with snow. We had probably 6 or 7 inches, and 2 more dogs. We had like 6 or 7 inches of snow. It was bitter cold. We were like negative degrees with the wind chill for a couple days, which I hate. Like, it hurts your face when you go outside. But Christmas, it's not going to be a white Christmas. It's going to be like a wet, mushy yard Christmas, but at least it'll be tolerable to be outside. So what's funny up here is people get so used to really, really cold that when it gets kind of less cold and it's like 55 or so, you'll see people like in shorts and flip-flops. 100%, I guarantee it. I might be one of those people. It's hard to say. No shorts. It won't be shorts, but I wouldn't feel too weird if I just stuck on some slides if I had to go out of the house. But you take what you can get. This is our last Christmas up here, our last winter up here, which is kind of helping me hold things together, honestly, because it's just dark all the time. And you get like a little bit of sunlight for like a half an hour occasionally, and it doesn't make it any warmer, and it's just weird. So very much looking forward to getting down there in January to get a little bit of a reprieve with our cruise, and then permanently in June. We have found a realtor down there, and have been back and forth with him. He set us up with like our search criteria. So we're kind of in the constant process of looking at houses as they become available, and the software he uses, you give it like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And then if that house still happens to be available and we're actually ready to buy, then we're already, ready to go. We know what we're looking at. I don't know if I've shared. So when we sell up here, like we're selling first, so we don't have 2 mortgages at the same time. When we sell up here, we are going to be living in our camper for a period of time, whatever amount of time it takes for us to close on the new house. So it'll be me, my husband, and then Everett and the dog and 2 cats who have never been outside. So getting them in the camper, taking them on a long car ride is going to be interesting. I don't know who's going to need more medication. but at least one of us will be taking something, I think. But we've been doing, and I'll do a video at some point. We've been doing some modifications out in the camper. I want to say our rig is about 32 feet long, so it's decent size. It has, yeah, it's a decent sized camper. It has a bedroom with a queen bed, which for me is fine. I'm 5'4", like no problem. My husband is a little bit over 6 feet tall. And if you've never slept in a camper before, the camper size queen is not the same length as a standard queen. So his feet are off the end of the bed just a little bit. So that's exciting. But it's not terrible. Like it's a pretty comfortable. We bought the mattress just like off of Amazon when we bought the camper a couple years ago. And it's a pretty comfortable mattress. It's not bad. I think I probably sleep better in the camper than I often do in the house, just because you get fresh air and lots of like extra background noise. I need white noise when I sleep. So we'll be doing that. There's like a couch and then like a 2-seater like recliner thingy. I don't know what you call it. The couch pulls out into a bed, and that is where Everett will sleep. Maybe the dog, I'm not sure. She tends to need to be like within arm's reach of me at all times. And she often sleeps under the blankets with me, even when we're camping. So we'll see how that goes. Ideally, she'll figure out that it's okay to sleep by Everett, and we'll go from there. We'll see. I don't know what the cats are gonna do. I have no idea. This could be just complete chaos, frankly. But we're gonna be staying at the Orlando Southwest KOA, which I think is actually in Davenport. So it's not actually in Orlando. But they have amazing deal for like a month. It's under $1,000, which you can't get a mortgage. You can't get an apartment for under $1,000 for a month. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's got some pools. We are getting a Starlink Mini because my husband Mike and I both work remotely anyway. So this way, like, we'll be good to go. Even if we're driving down the road, like, God forbid I have to get on like my computer for work driving down the road, but it would be an option. It's with us. So Tom said Linda is right now has a dog bed on her chair. Is she the dog bed, or is there a dog bed on the chair with her currently? I don't know. Lilo's 90 pounds, but Lilo doesn't realize that being 90 pounds means that jumping in my lap and laying there is a little bit excessive sometimes. She's heavy and she's very warm. But we love our puppies. That's what we do, right? Yeah, so we'll have Starlink. We'll be good to go. We'll have like 2 pools and activities, just like we were like, camping, like doing whatever, but we'll be working. So we've been doing a lot of like organizing, getting like for a normal, like a weekend or a week trip in the camper, like I'm organized, but I think right now the thought of actually like living out there for a few weeks, a month or so, like I want to make sure that we're not like, just chaotic. So we've been buying a lot of like storage bins and organizing stuff, and most of our belongings are in a storage facility. We're slowly in the process of moving that there now, so that by like April, we'll be ready to start showing the house up here. So, you have Otis and Kira. I don't know if I knew the names of your dogs, but if you put them together, you'd have a Lilo with a 60-pound and a 30-pound. Lilo is half Labrador Retriever, so her mom is a purebred Black Lab, but her dad is a purebred Cane Corso. And if you've never seen a Cane Corso, look it up. They are a breed of Italian Mastiff, so they are very large. They have very big heads, big faces, big, snouts or whatever this muzzles, I guess that is. And yeah, so like first glance, she looks like a lab, but she's on the big side and she has a giant noggin. So she's a good girl though, but she's very protective of me and very going Shogi. Hello. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming over. Yeah, I'll have to check out the videos. You said that you have a bunch of them on your channel, so I'll definitely have to look. Yeah, Cane Corso is an interesting breed that honestly I didn't know a lot about. We had a golden retriever previously. His name was Zeus, And right about 3 years ago, because it was shortly before Christmas, we lost our boy. He was heading for 15 years old, and just kind of was an old man. So we found this goofball afterwards. My niece was like, "Hey, we have puppies," and she said what they were. I didn't know what a Conning Corso was, but we brought her home and she was already like 19 pounds and she was only 2 months old. So that should have been my first clue. But they're whip smart. If he trains them, when I get moved down there, this lady could use some training. I'll have to talk to you more about that because she's wonderful. She likes to make her own rules though and doesn't always listen. And tends to be hyper protective of me, which is good until you're trying to have someone enter your home that you want in your home. So yeah, she's a little on the reactive side. I'll have to talk more about that. That's interesting. But she's a big girl. I mean, she could literally drag me across the yard if she wanted to. So yeah, so what else do we have going on right now, guys? I know most of my social media feed, unfortunately, right now is just about Adam for obvious reasons. Right before I got on here, I made the terrible mistake of watching Justin Scard's video that he just put up talking about it. Seeing him like literally in tears throughout the video was just extremely painful. So it stinks, guys. I mean, I think a lot of you guys know, like I've done 2.5 years now of cancer myself. And thankfully it's not one that tends to be super aggressive. It's a type of thyroid cancer. My outlook looks really good, but it's been a very complex case. So I've been through multiple surgeries. I got my sweet scars in case anyone's ever noticed those before. And like you start to think about mortality a little bit more. But you certainly never think that someone, like that is going to pass away so unexpectedly. So it's tough. I did see over on X, formerly known as Twitter, if we can petition Elon to just go back to the not awkward name, I would be on top of that. I saw there is a guest suing Walt Disney World after tripping and falling on the Main Street USA trolley tracks. Now, I can confirm this is coming from Blog Mickey. I have rolled my ankle more than once or twice on those trolley tracks. I get it. But goodness gracious. I mean, they're not invisible. They don't jump out at you. They're clearly there. Like you can't miss them. I don't know, guys. Like, it says that the lawsuit alleges that the area lacked adequate contrast warnings, guardrails, cones, stanchions, or other measures necessary to protect guests from what it calls tripping hazards associated with the embedded track. The lawsuit says that the safety measures were not present during nighttime crowd conditions and parade operations. This happened on October 24th, and the article is saying that sunset that day was about an hour and 45 minutes after the alleged incident occurred. So I think that's a nice way of saying that it was still daylight when this happened. And I get it. Like, you don't want to get injured at a theme park. That's awful, but I just feel like things get really litigious. Yeah, so wheelchair users, obviously, feel that little like thunk when you get down inside of them, and that's 0% fun. Totally understand. Like, I think I may be dreaming this because it's been a few years since I've been in the Magic Kingdom. Aren't there like rubber or silicone sort of like inserts that they put into some of them? I want to say there are, or there at least were at one time. I don't know. I could be dreaming that. That could be a different park or something else entirely. But I thought that was a thing at one time, but I don't know that you can do that down the entirety of Main Street multiple times a day. I don't know. myself, and not a lot of people know this, so interesting fact about me too. I have a very rare genetic skin disease that causes like really severe blistering, mostly on my feet from walking distances. So a lot of the time I use an electric mobility scooter. It took me 36 years of my life. I'm 38 now to get to the point where I would like just suck it up and use it. Like I felt like embarrassment, self, very self-conscious, didn't like it, but boy, it makes a huge difference in like the quality of the time that I have in the parks. I don't have to worry about being miserable a couple hours after we've gotten into the theme parks down there. So, yeah, I don't think I've been in Magic Kingdom with one of the scooters yet though. So that's an interesting piece to that puzzle. Um Interesting that you bring that up, but yeah, I don't know, guys. Like obviously we weren't there, but if you took a tumble, like that stinks, and I hope that they helped you. And there's medical staff there available all the time if you needed it, but um it's just kind of stuff happens, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. They're gonna have to prove um that Disney actually was being negligent, and I kind of doubt that. I mean, that those trolley tracks have been there for the entire time the park's been there. So, yeah, so scooters are a necessity in Animal Kingdom. Yes. um I I'll tell you. I know, like, so my dad's had both knees replaced at this point, and hills are the hardest part for him. Um just the extra strain and everything that is put on the leg muscles and ligaments and stuff around the knees causes swelling when he pushes it too much. So Animal Kingdom is infamous for that problem, just because the amount of up and down, and needing to like stabilize yourself basically. So I totally get it. But yeah, like I guess my overall message is, if you need something to help you enjoy your life more, just just do that thing. Be okay with it. Um you need your knees replaced soon. Yeah. I hope that I never do. I take a lot of what's it called? Like collagen and whatnot. I'm 38 now, so I'm hoping that maybe if I just take loads and loads of that, that I'll be able to avoid the fun. But my dad and like all six of his siblings, I think, have each had at least one knee replaced. So, um, one of the big things for me in the last year and a little bit, I've lost almost 70 pounds. So, um, that hopefully is going to help go a long way when it comes to preventative stuff with my health. Um, Turns out that when you have thyroid issues that you don't know about for a very, very long time, you gain weight, even when you're not, you know, thinking that you're eating and doing anything too crazy. Yeah, gravity does suck. It I can confirm, whether you're falling with gravity or just generally, feeling the force of gravity on your body. uh yeah. Oh, you're 39, Shogi. Okay. Yeah, I worked retail for most of high school, all of college, and then like the first few years out of college. But I've been riding the desk chair for the the last almost 13 years now. So, which that just, leads to boredom mostly, but I don't miss achy feet either. Well, you guys, I don't have a ton of other things to talk about. I really just want to get on here, give this thing a go. Try to get myself into the habit of doing these live streams, especially with the cruise coming up in a few weeks. Make sure, check out my Instagram. It's just the same name as it is here on YouTube, Just Hearts Theme Parks. I plan to put up oodles of pictures, some videos, and stuff like that. We do, again, as part of this amazing gift for this cruise, We will have Wi-Fi. Princess's Wi-Fi is supposed to be pretty good. I've looked into it. It's a shame I won't have my Starlink Mini. I just take that with me on a cruise. I don't know if people do that. Because that would be really, really good internet. But we will have internet the whole time, so I plan to take the MacBook with me, and as long as I'm not too exhausted at the end of each day, I'll be uploading and stuff while we're on the cruise. We were able to get a mini suite, which I'm super excited about. Like, it's nothing like crazy fancy, but it has like a pull-out couch for the kids. Plus, I say kids, she's 17, and she's significantly taller than I am. So, you know, she's more of a grown adult, I think, than I am most of the time. But they have the option of like a pull-down like bed from the ceiling, and neither one of the kids are interested. So they're just gonna squish themselves, and it's like maybe a full-size bed. Maybe we'll see what happens. I know. Yeah, if it's too much, I won't upload during the trip. But if I'm just sitting around looking at the ocean at 10 o'clock at night and have nothing better to do with my time, I might get on some of that. At the very least, there will be social media posts. I will say it's not a Disney cruise, so it's Princess. I was gifted it just by sheer, I hate to call it luck, like I believe it's a blessing. Last Christmas, I'm failing. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get the name up. Hold on. This is terrible. This is one of the fun side effects of having my thyroid taken out and then having the medication that replaces it. My memory is not that of a 38-year-old anymore. I feel like I lose my words a lot, so forgive me. Marcus Lemonis, the CEO of Camping World, Bed Bath & Beyond. He's the one that brought that back. He's on a number of TV shows. He was just giving so much stuff away last year on social media. And oh, that's so good to hear. I'm glad that you have someone that loves Princess. I'm not familiar with any cruise lines. Never been on one. So, yeah, I said at the beginning, but I know we have a few people in here. He just put out on social media, like, what's your Christmas wish? And I just want to do something fun with my family after going through some of this, nonsense with cancer. And next thing you know, I had in my inbox that they were giving me a certain amount of money to go towards a Princess cruise. So can't turn that down. That was pretty awesome. He was paying like for a mom to fly home so she could see her daughter participate in a cheer competition. All sorts of things. Like, absolutely incredible what this man was doing. I don't know if that's the thing he does every year, but I never in a million years would have expected that as the outcome. So it was pretty exciting. But yeah, so forgive all of my craft junk in the background. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this after the live stream, be sure leave a comment, like, and if you haven't already subscribed, I would really appreciate your subscription. Over the next few months, there's going to be a lot going on in our lives. So we'll be seeing cruise stuff. You're probably going to see me living in the camper in my driveway as I try to make sure that everything's prepared. I'm an over-preparer. I'm an overpacker. I'm an overthinker. If you ever need someone to come and just organize something for you, I'm your girl. I gotcha. But if I don't see everybody beforehand, it's Christmas Eve right now. So yeah, Tom, thank you so much. And Linda, have a very Merry Christmas, everyone. Take the time, enjoy it with your families. Hopefully everyone has time off, even if it's just a day or two. I've got my fingers crossed that work lets us off a little bit early tomorrow. So put that out into the universe and we'll see what happens. But thank you guys. Thank you for being my friends, for supporting me, and for hanging out here tonight. I will talk to all of you guys later.